Is there any way that this helps the Sixers with the way that the money has to be spread out, talking about 2 stars versus 3 stars? Is there any way that helps with Tobias Harris or James Harden or Tyrese Maxey's rookie deal or anything like that? Like, what do you know about the CBA? Does it hurt or help the Sixers?
I once described the NBA CBA as a Rubik's Cube from hell. So there's that. No, but I think it's like anything else. Like like all the details we've seen coming out, it really seems like it benefits the teams as opposed to the players.
Okay.
And it hurts the teams that really want to spend, who the Sixers, you would put them in that bracket of a team that wants to spend because that those tax aprons, man, like they really do punish teams if you go beyond. Like it costs a lot of money. The Warriors are a team that famously didn't care about the aprons, spending way over. They didn't care. They wanted to win a championship. Their ownership group was very aggressive in not caring about that kind of thing. They might care a little bit more because every team has a cutoff, right? Like, yes, I get all of these guys are billionaires. They have a lot of money, but everybody has a cutoff. You can't just spend endless money. So this might make those owners, that number might come down as far as the limit because of those. So that's kind of, big picture. That's the way I see it, is that it's going to hurt teams a little bit or hurt players a little bit and help teams, especially the lower market teams. Now, as far as the Sixers specifically, I know our Brian Toporek for Liberty Bars wrote a really good piece today outlining how it could help them move Tobias Harris, because now Tobias Harris suddenly is an expiring contract at a high number. So might somebody look to offload some smaller contracts that are for multiple years in order to gain flexibility next offseason? That's very possible. I know, like a team like the Dallas Mavericks, maybe they're a team that, they have Tim Hardaway Jr., they have Davis Bertans, they have multiple guys that have a couple years left but don't make as much money, and maybe they look to Tobias and say, hey, let's take a flyer on Tobias Harris for a year, and if it doesn't work out, oh, well, we have $40 million in cap space we can look to spend to help out Luka and Kyrie Irving. Now, the one thing you touched on that I thought was interesting too, it does seem like now this new CBA is leaving room for teams to have 2 stars and not 3. And that, again, that could potentially hurt the Sixers because, like you just talked about, Tyrese Maxey is eligible for an extension in July. Whether he gets it or not right now, I don't know. It would help the Sixers flexibility-wise if they waited and made him a restricted free agent. But at the same time, he could become an all-star this year, and then that pretty much guarantees he is getting that max deal. So it depends kind of on your perspective in that regard. I don't know how much it hurts or helps with James Harden because the team that clearly seems like his biggest suitor is the Rockets, and they have cap room for days and days and days, so they're fine in that regard. So I'm not sure it affects them there. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to hurt them in some regards, but as far as the Tobias Harris stuff, yeah, it could actually wind up helping them in getting off of that contract and maybe getting smaller contracts, and those could be more maneuverable down the road.